Weebcon 2021 is a wrap.
Officially.
That is it, guys. Officially a wrap.
Yeah.
Well, 2 hours technically.
2 hours less.
But we're going to say this for the future.
Officially.
It's a wrap.
Officially.
This is officially a wrap. We have a lot of thank yous we need to hand out. I'll let Kim go first.
Perfect. I think that was my cue.
Pretty
So
obvious.
first of all, just thank you for the. I'm sorry. Thank you so much to all of the love and support that we received this weekend. We did not expect it.
People complying, wearing
Oh
their
my God.
masks, doing what we need to do.
All the just everyone being so accommodating. The community really came together, and just we can't thank you guys enough. And so I just wanted to thank LAN All Night from coming in. They had the Spartan Con Alley, everybody in the gaming section. We had freaks, we had game night, we had a whole bunch of panelists all over the website. They were going all weekend. Over here, we had voice actors, we had all these amazing vendors. You'll be able to see some of the vendors on the community spotlight on the stream. If you want to go back in, feel free. Always support your local vendors, please. And there was one more person that I wanted to shout out, and I think Jeremy would agree with me on this, is that one of the biggest thank yous we have this entire weekend is to the security team that we had at Weebcon.
Killed it.
I want to actually bring them up on stage just for like 5 seconds. I just want everyone to know that these guys handled so many things that we
Lines.
didn't even, just
Lots of lines.
it was a first year con. There was a lot. I'm so sorry for like everything. So this turned from being thank yous to I'm sorries. So we'll go to the I'm sorries and
Yep.
then
Okay,
the
that's
thank
usually
you.
how it works.
Yeah.
Sorry for the people that cuss at you. Sorry,
Um,
sorry for the people that are begrudgent. And
Yep.
thank you for being the person who can handle that and quell it and create a good atmosphere. The number one thing I can say about our convention is that we had a great atmosphere. We had attendees who participated in panels. We had attendees who made the voice actors feel special, welcome, and security is the reason that that is all possible, that we can do that and move it safely. And just thank you guys the most.
Yeah, and thank you to all of the main events panels and the hotel that was so compliant to getting us some of these stages in time,
Last
last
second,
minute.
yeah.
They really, for the D&D, they literally brought this in like just this morning.
Thank
It
you to
was-
AV who rolls out speakers
Oh.
literally 2 minutes before an event. Thank you to all the people who came to the after party and made that fun.
Oh, the cosplay contest. Thank you so much to
Cosplay.
all of our judges, all of our guests, all of our Abby Candy with all of her beautiful sets. I can't believe we waited until this long for me to get to Abby Candy.
Yep.
Kaiju Core. Thank you so much to V1 Tech, one of the vendors that has just been really helpful along this journey.
Promoting us.
There's been so many people that have just shown so much love.
Yep.
And the event itself was just the beginning. This is so much more than a convention. This is what it was just two guys wanting to make just a small community con happen, and you guys made us into what we believe is the official Weebcon.
Yep. And this is just the first year.
Yeah, this is only the first
It's
year.
just the first year.
And everyone that we've worked with this weekend, I've told everybody the same thing. The first time I work with you is the worst time I work with you. Do you feel like that's true?
Yeah, I think that you could definitely be worse. And I think you might prove that in the coming years, but we'll see.
Feelings are mutual, but I want to ask you this, Jeremy. What was your favorite moment of Weebcon 2021?
My favorite moment is anybody who walked up to us and said, "This is a blast," or "I'm having a great time," or "You guys are doing great for a first year." Anybody who, well, for a first year, I think in general, no. But really like the reception and the feedback, anytime that we got a pat on the back, it made it so worth it because we really did want this to be a convention that everyone enjoys and really kind of embedded in the community. So anytime that happened, that was great.
Yeah,
but
one
if
of
you're going
my-
to ask me questions, I have to ask you, what's your favorite moment?
Well, I was gonna say one of my
can't take
love
mine either.
languages. Do you know what love languages are?
Then we're not doing that.
One of
here.
my love languages is actually words of affirmation. So those little thank yous here and there meant the absolute world. My favorite moment was I sat outside with one of our volunteers, Hector, And it was really weird to say this on the stream and closing ceremony, but he and I had this like moment where we both started
Looked
crying.
into each other's eyes.
Yeah, well, we were crying, so we couldn't really look, but there were tears.
Was it before or after you kissed?
It was not even close to that kind of a situation. So here's what really happened. Hector basically looked at me and after a conversation had said, thank you so much for being somebody who looks like me in the position you are. And that's what that whole moment was about. And so Jeremy's joke just got thrown under the bus with how sentimental that meant to me. So thanks
like
a lot,
you.
dude. I appreciate that.
Kinda.
Nora's over there laughing at you. Oh, man, this opening ceremony started out the same way closing ceremony is now ending. We've been running non-stop. I haven't slept since Saturday morning, pretty much.
But it's worth it.
It has been absolutely worth it, and we are so ready to continue serving this community for the next year. Weebcon 2022 will be back, and we can't wait to bring it even bigger, better, and to improve, you got to start somewhere. And that's what this was about. And now that we've started somewhere, I think we're ready to keep growing. There'll be feedback forms released soon to the website that you guys will be able to like give us any kind of feedback on. Please feel free to like add anything you need in there, any questions, comments, concerns. Please let us know. Jeremy and I will both be reading those personally, and we will try to make
Kim
sure
doesn't know how to read.
Jeremy doesn't know how to read, and I don't know how to type. My grammar is terrible. I just downloaded Grammarly, actually, forcefully so, at the discretion of pretty much everyone that came at me for the website.
But I mean, and with that being said, like ever since we connected in my store and I brought you on, and you've been kind of changing the game, getting us in touch with the community, which is an aspect I had hopes of doing, but could never actually execute until you kind of entered the scene. So the biggest thank you to Mr. Kim Chetty for helping me pull this thing together. And couldn't have done it without you, man.
Dude, I couldn't have done it with you, but it's
Interesting. I take all of it back.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. I didn't expect to go from just wanting to run these small events to now hosting a con with somebody that I'm absolutely pleased to say that this is more than Fast and Furious, but this is like a family here. And we initially called the segment Between Two Chairs. It was supposed to be a pun on the fact that Zach Galifianakis, do you know what I'm talking about? Between two ferns? I was going to say between two chairs, and there was just like two chairs.
But there's two chairs in that show, so that it doesn't.
There's two ferns.
Yeah, but they're also in chairs. So technically
Are the ferns in the chairs?
No, the ferns are beside the chairs. That's
Have
why
you
they're in
ever
between
watched
the
the
two
show?
ferns.
I don't think you've watched the show. It's two ferns, and then there's two chairs, so it's between two ferns. The chair's on the outside.
Can we fact check this? Do we have fact checkers?
No, we don't need to fact check this. We're live right now, so we can't do that. But I just wanted to say thank you to the overwhelming support. I know we have some people in the audience here, so I just wanted to ask if y'all had anything to say, or y'all had any kind of like feedback or questions or anything like that.
I believe we have a question here. The lovely lady in the purple hat.
Ma'am, in the purple hat, did you have a question?
Yeah, your hand went up.
Who?
That's what we want you to think.
I know she said that, and I was like,
Cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what we like to hear.
Does anybody? Yes, sir. You in the back. You were right. You were
Guys,
right.
I was right.
I got fact checked.
I was
I'm so
right.
sorry, sir. Go ahead. I was getting fact checked really quick.
He said it was cozy.
Oh, it was cozy?
Cozy. That's what we like.
Oh, that's a nice word to use.
That's a good word.
Cozy, yeah.
Everybody's
Cozy.
comfortable. We want everybody to feel comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. It's been non-stop moving. But I hope having both of us on the floor helped a lot. Just dealing with a lot of things that come up, and it's been a huge learning curve. A huge learning curve.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Yes, thank you so much for riding this train with us, the moving train.
Cool.
It's a Demon Slayer reference.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. Then I guess we can close up if nobody else has any questions about Weebcon 2022.
What's up? Go, Joe. Yeah, Kim doesn't have a watch. No,
So-
there was some discrepancies, and it's just I guess it's the growing pains. So trying to throw in things late, we did have a lot of cancellations and replacements and all of that. So it's something that we definitely should have paid more mind to, and I apologize to any attendees that had confusion for it. But we will learn and we will make it more efficient and easier to access next year. And I appreciate your patience again.
Yeah, the scheduling was totally on me. I was trying to do a lot of
didn't wanna
things,
say it.
and I heard him say scheduling, and in the live, people saw my head go down, and I just knew I was gonna have to take this one. It was one of those things where I thought I could shoulder the burden of creating and maintaining an entire website of information while also being second chair to a con, and then also being on the floor and away from my laptop to update things as they were being canceled. And then there was multiple confusions, and it was one of those things where I put too much on myself. And I think one of the best things that we learned this year was we delegated enough, but we could always delegate more. And with the team that we've had this time around, it's only a matter of growing that team even further. And we're so excited for it, specifically on the website and how we want to do scheduling. We wanted to make sure we have descriptions. We wanted to make sure we had times. We wanted to make sure we had names and who was hosting it and links to their social medias. And I'm very grandiose, so I try and go for it all. And then what happens is
We tried to be Acon this year. We're not Acon yet.
We'll go through a redesign this year for Weebcon 2022, but I promise you it will be taken care of.
And we're gonna keep revamping and rediscovering what a con can be. So we don't just want to have these generic panels that we fill the schedule with. Every panel we put out, we want it to be something that's a more enjoyable experience. I mean, when you look at me and Kim, we're people who grew up watching anime and got made fun of, and now it's cool. So we know what we would like to participate in, and we're going to try to create that same scene for you guys. So.
Yeah. And the best thing about it is that we wanted to do this as closing ceremony rather than just some, oh, hey, thanks everybody for coming. It was, no, we're here to listen. And I think that's the difference between us and a lot of other events.
Say their names. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do it.
We really are here to listen, and that's why we're doing the feedback forms. And we really, really would appreciate anybody that can give us that feedback, because we can only grow if we grow together.
Claire's waving at us again. We cannot disclose that information because we are still in a contractual obligation with the current venue.
Yes.
So, but we do have grandiose ideas, like Kim was saying. So,
yeah, the best thing to know is that it will be bigger. I think the first thing that we didn't encounter was we thought we were going to be a regular first year con, but I think coming out of the current climate that we were in, it changed what a first year con was. And I think we're a pretty good example of how if you do something for the community will be there for you. And the first thing that we did, which is how Jeremy met me, was we said, it is too hot in Texas to take photos of your cosplays outside. Which is why we made sure that all of the cosplayers were able to take photos. They had photo opportunities in Abby Candy's sets, and that was one of the first building blocks to the entire of Weebcon that I brought onto the table along with Jeremy, and then we built it out from there.
and then I tried to get rid of him, and he just kept He just kept being there.
Yeah, I literally would not leave Jeremy alone once
It
he
was
gave me
weird.
his phone number, and then I changed his name to Weebcon in my
Yeah,
phone.
nice.
Yes, yes, 100%.
I didn't even know that.
It's
Is it really?
literally Weebcon. It's
That's-
in my phone. It says Weebcon. I go, look who's calling me. It's Weebcon.
Yeah. The entirety of the con.
Yeah, no, I've gotten out of conversations with like somebody just trying to talk to me, trying to get like, hey man, can I get a free badge or can you help me out? And I was like, oh, Weebcon is calling me. I gotta
Yeah.
go. I'm sorry.
Fun fact: I've never not called you Kim Chetty. I've never once spoken you just Kim. Hey,
The
that's
name
Kim.
sticks. The name sticks.
Kim
I think
Chetty.
it slides off.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it really does. It
Did
really
anybody
does.
else have any feedback for us while we're here? We kind of want to take this opportunity to learn and grow before we close
questions?
out. Questions.
No questions?
They don't even know who we are.
No
They're
questions?
like these don't look like voice actors.
Yeah, these don't even look like chairs. These guys look more like chairs than the actual chairs.
All right, cool.
Um,
With that being said, oh, we got Gojo.
You said
Which area?
dealer area?
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure. That's
yes.
that's just a matter of getting a bigger space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the biggest space that this venue can provide. So we got the biggest one.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
the Funko Pops.
The Funko Pops,
Yeah,
man,
this
they're
is the
crazy.
Funko Pop guy right here. But one of the things with the dealer area, and I think it's what we're moving towards, is the artist alley portion of that. We would like to also focus more on expanding on what the traditional sense was to provide opportunity to everybody and not just people who maybe have the money to buy
More
those
established.
foods or
Yeah.
anything like that. Yeah, we want to help people grow as well as help those who have already grown in that space.
Which we have gotten some feedback on that. Some
Yes,
artists that say
yeah.
they would definitely do it again for
Mhm.
the exposure, and that's what we want to provide for anybody who's up and coming or trying to grow their business is exposure through this platform. So
And those will be run by community
Community
leaders.
spotlights, too.
Yeah, community
Yeah,
spotlights.
that
I don't
helps.
know if anybody tuned into. So Weebcon TV actually was grabbing vendors for 30-minute time slots to promote their products, any services that they provide. Whatever Weeb merch they have, we try to put it all on the table and just let them promote. And that's something that we will continue to do, and that will always be online
and
for
it's
anybody
fun to see how passionate people are about what they're selling.
Yes, V1 Tech was up here for like the full 30 minutes just talking about how everyone loves getting them signed. Like getting the signatures on those and then just framing them has
Yeah.
been one of the best, dude. Just looking at all of that. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, we are trying to. I mean, as a con, obviously, if you're an anime fan, you just are a fan of peak fiction, and that entails a lot of things: comic, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, that kind of thing. But we do try to stay along the lines of a weeb, which is mostly anime. So like we have like experimented with the idea of like bringing in like manga writers, maybe even. Oh, this is a bomb. Maybe even like flying in someone from Japan. So we're gonna expand in that range of advertising what we've got. But first we had to get this year under our belt, and then we'll have a little bit more room to expand.
And then one of the things that we did have was Blaze Manga, is an audio manga that was up here, and they actually had two of their voice actors, and they were showing them how they drew basically the characters. If you guys go back and look on the Weebcon Live TV, you can see it. But Blaze Manga was up here, and we were trying to like get as many people in here as possible. But I would love to expand. I want Artist Alley to be one of the best community-driven features or attractions, or what do you call things at cons? Like
Things
the
at cons.
bigger things, or like things at cons. We want one of those things at cons to just be bigger for the artists, because those people are where the Figma World started out when they were first like beginning, right? The sticker stores that started out and then just amassed and grew into bigger like companies essentially. And like I think what we're seeing now is a lot of people who started in the con industry that have now evolved out of Artist Alley and moved into the exhibitors hall and things
Which
like
is
that.
great.
Yeah,
Which is
and
great.
I'm sure
Stepping
there'll be
stone.
Artist Alley here that will move on up and go into different kinds of things and do
Yeah.
all kinds of art.
Yeah, definitely.
Does anybody else have anything they want to let us know about? Questions, comments, concerns, ways, shapes, forms? Yes. I'm sorry?
By far. Did you hear that? Everybody else that hosted panels.
Yeah, that burlesque panel was really good. The cosplay guests and judges, and
Killed
again,
it.
just all the cosplayers. I meant to give a shout out to just like, I didn't expect to see the like level of cosplayers that we saw come to Weebcon. Like, people, there was so many cosplayers,
and it
like,
goes back to the community. Like the cosplayers, obviously they have their support, and like the attendees going to these things. That's what makes the con. Like if y'all didn't show up, then this would have been a lame con. If y'all didn't go to the panels and participate, it would have been a lame con. So again, like the people that we had this year, you guys were fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
100%. Everybody who committed to it, everybody that showed up, everybody that even filled out the application form. Like, thank you all so much
was
for
an
even taking
application?
the time. Yeah, applications for like volunteers, for panelists,
yeah, that stuff.
for all the things I made for the website that are a little bit jank, but they definitely worked, right? I got the basic information down. Wow, we're starting to get a crowd right now. Look at
Right.
everybody coming in. We might actually have to do a real closing ceremony right now. This turned into like a Q&A too.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna get bombarded with questions.
All right, guys, what y'all got for us? Anybody have any other questions for next year, for feedback for this year, anything?
Anything? Anything? Like the cat. Have you ever seen the Cat in the Hat?
Going I'm sure.
The way he's like slices off his tail.
How recently have you watched The Cat in the Hat?
3 days ago. You don't watch the Cat in the Hat
No.
on the regular?
No.
Oh, dude, the Cat in the Hat is one of my favorite shows.
All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing left for us, I know y'all are just sitting down.
Yeah, everyone
Any
just
questions?
sit down, dude. You got to give him at least one more question. I know Kill Kid has a question.
What's up, guys? Move it. That comes with some of the stuff that we can't speak on just yet,
Yeah.
but we'll make sure everybody gets their time in the limelight next
The
year
first
going
building
forward.
block was first, let's give all the cosplayers their own space. And then let's make sure that their space and everyone else's space all works within one flow.
Oh yeah. So if yeah. Yeah, and also, I mean, like, you look at, like, as a first-time con, or in my case, just a guy who owns a store that's emailing all these venues about hosting a convention, and I got one response, and I don't know if you could guess who it was, but and we're here, so. But yeah, this space, it definitely served its purpose for us, but I think that it definitely also exposed, like, what is popular and what needs to be more readily accessible for everybody. Yeah.
Just by a quick like show of a thumbs up, can I get a quick, just give me a thumbs up if you are unsure about this convention? Just
We
like
got an
raise
honest
your hand,
person.
one thumbs up, cool. We got one
Okay,
unsure.
that's 3 tiers.
Okay, that was a terrible audience interaction. So I guess everybody else was like, yeah, no, this thing is gonna pop off, right? Right? Can I get a full thumbs up? Full. I love the encouragement. That's really what I needed. You gotta go?
I have to leave you.
Oh,
I must be going.
okay. I'll close it out.
I love all of you.
I'll close it out. See you later, buddy. Okay. Oh, you.
Party is never a ton of fun. The guest area ran chaotically but smoothly. Like, these guys are fantastic, and at the end of Friday, I was like, I cannot wait for year 2. So these guys did a fantastic job, and there's notes, but little notes. Cannot wait for year 2. You guys killed it.
Dude, I can wait for year 2. I'm so sorry. It's I guess this is the role as second chair here to have to deal when first chair is gone. Before I close out here, and then before I get too sappy and start saying thank yous, I wear my heart on the sleeve. I swear I will cry right now in front of everyone, just based off the raw emotion of the energy that everyone brought to our convention. Again, thank you guys so much for the community. Does anybody have anything else they want to let me know, they want to just say, they want to ask? Feel free, let me know right now before I close it out. We got 2 actually, perfect. Yes.
Is there possible that the next convention we can have maps that are on the wall, paper maps? Because I'm trying to find the event that you can do cosplay way, because I didn't know what cosplay way is until like played it the first day.
Yeah. With the mini-map situation, let me ask you guys this, right? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up if you guys want printed schedules. Thumbs down if you guys want it to be all online. Cool. Anybody with their thumbs up right now, keep it up. Anyone who wants me to have an app for next year, raise your thumbs up. Okay. Cool. So, would you guys prefer an electronic version or print? Okay, the good news is y'all are gonna get both, but I'm gonna try my hardest to make that happen, just like I did with the website, but I will make sure that that is taken care of for sure. I'm thinking we had the mini map, but it just wasn't disseminated properly. We could have put pictures on the doors, we could have done a lot of things, but this is one of those things I'll make sure to address next year for sure. Plus it's on the live, so I'm holding myself accountable for all of these. And then second question, yes, Ms. Erica. Thank you so much for even taking the time to apply and then reply to my emails in such a timely fashion. Like, those are the things that help us put everything together here. I'm on the verge of crying, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this live. Before I cut the live, there's one more team of people that I want to shout out. If I can get Debug, and if I can just get my live crew up here, just for like, man, just if y'all could come up here and just, please, I need y'all in front of the live, because nobody has seen the amount of work that I have thrown onto these guys. You. Dude, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it. Debug. I'm so sorry.
Platforms are annoying, aren't they?
Debug has done more for me than I could ever repay just on this con. They really pulled everything together from the technological standpoint of all the knowledge that I just absolutely lack, and they were so kind and just, it takes a community. And I'll leave you guys with a saying we have in my home country. I'm from South Africa, and we say Ubuntu. It means I am because we are. And we are all Weebcon this weekend. Thank you guys so much. compose myself, and we're good to go. We're gonna close out the live stream, guys. We're good. Thank you guys all for being here. Really appreciate y'all, all of my friends, family, colleagues, everybody in here, Benny, and we'll see all of y'all next year. See you guys later.